Assalamu alaikum guys, welcome to my YouTube channel with yet another lecture of the series of linguistics. It's the third chapter from the Yule book, The Study of Language. The chapter name is The Sound of Language. In this chapter, we'll discuss the basic concept of phonetics. What is the phonetics? Its different branches or types. So let's get started with the very first definition that I've got here, phonetics. The general study of speech sound is called phonetics. It also studies the articulation, transmission, and perception of speech sound. Here are three branches or types of phonetics that will go through the detail of each: articulatory phonetics, acoustic phonetics, and auditory phonetics. What is articulatory phonetics? Study of how speech sounds are made or articulated by using different articulators. It is the branch of phonetics that deals with that how the speech sounds are produced by using different articulators, different organs just like tongue, teeth, lips, and larynx, pharynx, etc. By the collaboration of these articulators, we are able to produce any intrinsic sound just like ba, pa, wa, etc. So these are the some articulator. With the combination or the collaboration of these articulator, we are able to produce any sound. Acoustic phonetics. Acoustic phonetics deals with the physical properties of speech sound and how they are transmitted. In acoustic phonetics, we measure the frequency and amplitude and intensity using spectrogram and spectrograph to measure the properties of speech sound graphically. Actually, the purpose of acoustic phonetics is to see the physical properties of speech sound using different devices, different gadgets, just like spectrogram and spectrograph graph to show the physical properties in a graphic way. Auditory phonetics. Auditory phonetics deals with the perception of speech sound and the brain through the ear. Actually, in auditory phonetics, we see that how any of the single sound is perceived by our brain through the ear. Vocal folds and its position. Before I move to voiced and voiceless sounds, I want to let you know that what are actually the vocal folds, vocal cords, and how their positions can be. Vocal cords are also called the vocal folds, are two bands of smooth muscle tissue found in the larynx voice box. The vocal cords vibrate and air passes through the cords from the lungs to produce the sound of your voice. Either of these position can be of the vocal folds. Abducted, when the vocal folds are wide apart, called abducted. When the vocal folds are closed or narrow, called adducted. So here is shown the graphical representation of the vocal folds, that how our vocal folds looks like when they are open and when they are closed. So either of these position of our vocal folds can be. So here is given the name to these position, that when the vocal cords are wide or open, this position is called abducted. When the vocal cords or vocal folds are narrow or closed, they are called adducted. Voiceless and voiced. When the vocal folds are spread apart, the air from the lungs passes between them unimpeded. Sound produced in this way are described as voiceless. When the vocal folds are spread and the air from the lungs passes between the vocal folds without stop. So when such types of sounds produced are the voiceless sounds. So sound like S sound means sa sound, and F letter F sound means fa sound are the voiceless sounds. What are the voiced sound? When the vocal folds are drawn together, the air from the lungs repeatedly push them apart as it passes through the creating a vibrating effect. Sound produced in this way are described voiced sound. So in a simple word, when a voice sound is produced, at that time our vocal folds come close to each other, then repeatedly push them apart. They repeatedly push each other, and in this way, when such type of sound is produced, such sort of sounds are called the Y sound. Here you can see that za sound and wa sound, the sound produced with letter Z and V, are named as voice sound. So there are some techniques to check the voiced and voiceless sound. So we'll see them in the next slide. Technique to check this voiced or voiceless. There is a simple trick to check that which sound is voiced and which are not. Place your finger below your chin on the neck while producing a sound. If feel vibration, then it is voiced. If feel no vibration, then voiceless. Another trick or another technique that is, put your finger in both the ears and try to produce a sound. If feel vibration, then it is voiced, otherwise it's contrary, voiceless. So here in the next slides we'll see that how you have to do this technique. This is how you have to apply the first technique, that place your finger on your neck and try to produce any sound. If you feel vibration, then it will be the voice sound. If you feel no vibration, then it's a voiceless sound. Another technique, this is how you have to do the second experiment to check the voiced or voiceless sound. Put your finger in both the ears and produce a sound. If you feel vibration, then it's a voice sound, and if you feel no vibration, then it's a voiceless sound. So guys, this was a very lengthy chapter, so I have divided it into different parts. So still this chapter is continue. Inshallah, I'll try to cover the remaining part in the very next lecture. So that's all about our today's lecture. So see you in the very next lecture. Thank you for watching.